What's up, YouTube? I wanted to talk to you guys about something that happened on Monday that I think a lot of creators have already voiced their opinions about or are going to continue to voice their opinions about. And that is that YouTube has made some pretty big changes to the YouTube Partner Program. And when I first saw that headline and the tweet, which I'm putting up here, my first reaction was basically, all right, now we just got to work harder. So here's what's actually changing with what's happening with the YouTube Partner Program. If you're already in the YouTube Partner Program, you're getting grandfathered into these new rules. But if you aren't getting grandfathered in, or if you aren't a part of the program, the milestone or the flagship or the finish line, whatever you want to call it, just got moved further back. So before, or currently, because this goes into effect February 1st, as you saw on that post, but currently you have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and a minimum of 4,000 watch time hours in a single year to become part of the YouTube Partner Program. That just increased double. So now you have to have 1,000 subscribers. That part hasn't changed, but now you have to have 8,000 watch time hours in a single year to be a part of the YouTube Partner Program. Or if you are a shorts creator, you have to have 20 million views in a single year, whereas currently you have to have 10 million views in a year in order to be a part of the program. So what does that mean for me? That means that I'm still going to continue posting videos. I'm still going to be making content. I'm still going to be learning thumbnails, what works for thumbnails for me in terms of the algorithm, what works for SEO and the titles and things like that. But also let the algorithm know that, hey, I'm here, I exist. Send people my video kind of deal. That's what that means for me. I'm not stopping posting videos. I'm going to continue to do this until I either decide I don't want to do YouTube anymore, which I don't see happening for a very, 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 very long time, or until the good Lord calls me home, whichever one happens first. To give you guys a little bit of context for the YouTube Partner Program, back towards the end of 2017, I was right on the cusp of being put into the YouTube Partner Program. So the way that it was set up back then was you had to have 1,000 subscribers and you had to have 10,000 views, which I believe I'd eclipsed like 30,000 or so by the time that I'd applied, something like that. I can't remember. It was friggin' 10 years ago, or about to be 10 years ago. But yeah, that happened towards the very tail end of 2017. So my channel was essentially under review to get put into the YouTube Partner Program. And then the Logan Paul video happened. And you know which one that is. Like, I don't have to go into detail. Like, everybody knows what YouTube video that Logan posted at the very beginning of 2018 that changed everything for YouTube content creators. But yeah, that's what happened. So the bar got moved further back for me at that point, and I didn't get accepted into the program because they kind of took all the people that were in that waiting period and was like, no, you've got to now hit this accomplishment because you're not getting grandfathered in to the partner program. Which, it's fine. It's part of the deal. But, you know, when it comes to not working harder then to get into the partner program, I have no one to blame but myself for that. Because life happened. Getting that news about the partner program kind of demoralized me a little bit. I'll be 1,000% honest, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do now to change the past or make it better. But the difference between me and a lot of other creators that were probably in that same situation is those creators were doing it solely just to make money. Which, whenever I very first started, like way back in 2014, when I hit upload on that very first video, that was more or less my goal, is I wanted to make money from making content. Which is insane to think about because October will be 12 years since I uploaded that very first video in a Spirit Halloween store with my ex at the time, or with my girlfriend at the time, and some of her friends. But anyway, I'm getting off track. The difference is I love making videos, whether it's a 5-minute video or it's a 30-minute video, because I think that's the longest I've ever made a video. It's probably some of my paranormal stuff that I took down. But for me, it doesn't matter if a video gets 10 views or 22,000, which is the most I've ever gotten on a single video. I enjoy putting myself out there and pulling back the curtain and giving you a glimpse of my life and putting my creative interpretation on how I make videos, how I film, how I get B-roll, or whatever the case is. I've always enjoyed that sort of thing. Which, that is a God-given ability that God gave me, is the ability to take a camera, whether it's a camcorder that I don't think I've used since I stopped doing the paranormal investigation stuff, or it's my big M50. It doesn't matter. I've always enjoyed making content, and it's a God-given ability. But what matters is he gave me the ability to do with it, but what I do with it is entirely on my shoulders. So what does that mean in the overarching scheme of the Steven Chronicles? It means that I have to become obsessed with this. I have to continue making videos first and foremost. I have to make videos and content that make people care enough to click on it and see what's happening. And that starts with my thumbnails, and I'm fully aware of that. And that's something that I'm going to try to continue to get better at, and I'm going to have to continue to get better at. And then I've got to make them want to stick around and see what's next for this channel, whether that's the next weekly upload of every Friday, or if I start posting 2 videos a week or whatever the case is. I'm not sure on that part. I'm still trying to figure that out in my head of how I'm going to make that work, or if I'm just going to make longer videos and like break them up into sections. I have no idea. But yeah, and that's already difficult in and of itself. But to me, if it's not difficult and it's not something you have to bust your tail for, I don't want it. That's never been me. I've always wanted to have the satisfaction of saying, hey, whatever it is that I got, whether it's this house or my car or whatever it is, I've always wanted to be the kind of person that say, I didn't get this handed to me. I had to bust my tail and work my butt off to get it. And that's what the YouTube partner program is for me. I want to be able to say, hey, I busted my tail and I made it happen. Whether that's a year from now or 2 or 3 years from now, that's fine. I want to be able to say I did it on my own accord. And maybe that's part of the whole reason for this increase for the partner program, is they don't want someone to make one video that goes viral and that person immediately be able to monetize their channel, which is fine, because they want people that are able to demonstrate consistent audience interest, which my videos as of late have kind of been a mixed bag. Some of them have gotten 10 views, some have gotten 60 views. So like I'm still finding that sweet spot to where that 10 turns into 60 and that 60 turns into 100 or 500 or 1,000 or whatever the case is. And that's fine, because for small creators like myself, you can't build your entire YouTube strategy around monetization anymore. You have to build it around, this thumbnail got this person's attention for XYZ reason, and then the video held this person's attention for XYZ reason until either the end of the video or halfway through or whatever. And then you build from that to continue making more content, better content, whatever the case is. Because I believe, and this is speaking from firsthand experience, because whenever I first started posting, was my sole goal was becoming monetized. And if that's what your reason is, I'm just going to continue to make videos until YouTube pays me. You're either going to burn yourself out very, very quickly, or you're going to feel like this goal is too insurmountable, so why even bother? And if that's the decision that you make, then maybe doing this wasn't what you're meant to do. But I'm going to circle back to that at the end. Let me get back to the task at hand. I myself, and I'm probably going to say you here a couple times, because whenever I watch this video back, I want to hear it as if I'm saying it directly to myself. You have to actually enjoy making videos. You have to actually enjoy building your audience and building your community. You need and want people to see your thumbnail and go, oh, Steven uploaded again. I gotta watch that video. I gotta see what's happened next in the life of the Steven Chronicles. That's the goal. Is you want either your returning community or someone that has never seen your channel a day in their lives to see your thumbnail and go, oh, what's this about? And click it and watch it and then go, oh, this guy makes really good content, or this girl makes really good content, or this whatever makes really good content. Let me subscribe so that the next time that they post and the next time I see one of their really good thumbnails, I'm going to click it and watch it and continue supporting this creator because they make something that I love and enjoy. That's what it's all about. So am I happy about the changes? Yes and no. Because when it comes to the partner program, the money is supposed to come from making something or building something in terms of your channel, building something that people value, enjoy, and love. That's where the money is supposed to come from, is treating this as your baby and nurturing it and doing whatever you can to help it grow and putting value into it, so that whenever somebody watches your channel, they see the love and nurturing and value that you've put into it, and they want to support that so that it continues to grow. I'm calling myself out greatly making this video, and I'm okay with that right now, because I've been thinking about this since Monday whenever I saw that come out. Yeah, it's got me a little bit fired up. But I also know that within my heart of hearts, and I'm speaking it into existence, that 4 months from now or a year from now or whatever, I'm going to achieve monetization and be a part of the YouTube partner program, because I've built something that I love and enjoy, and other people love and enjoy it as a result. Speaking that into existence now, I'm going to be a part of the partner program. I'm going to achieve monetization because I did it for the right reasons. I used my God-given abilities and put the weight of that's on my shoulders, and I put it out into the world, and the world gave it back to me, and it grew into something that is going to be amazing and wonderful. But do I think that this new goalpost means that you should not be a creator if you're a small creator like me, or if you're wanting to become a YouTube content creator? Absolutely not. If anything, I think it means that if you want to achieve monetization, you have to take yourself and your content more seriously. You have to be obsessed with it. I have to be obsessed with it, because the finish line, whether you like it or not, or whether I like it or not, just moved a pretty decent amount. Like if this was the original goal right here of 4,000, this is the original goal, or this is the new goal of 8,000. So you have two choices as a content creator if you're not already in the partner program. You can either quit, which I think some people will, and if that's that choice that they make, then that's that choice that they make. Or you can slow down, catch your breath, gather your thoughts, figure out where you want to go, and then keep moving. That's what small creators like myself have to do. Keep moving. Because whether YouTube makes that goalpost 4,000 hours or 8,000 hours or 12,000 or whatever the case, the only way you're going to be able to hit that finish line of the partner program and monetization is to keep moving and keep posting. So that's my take on the changes that are coming to the YouTube partner program at the very beginning of February. Curious to know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts on the partner program down below, whether you're a creator or a viewer. Let me know what you think about these changes, if you think it's justified or if you think that YouTube's just trying to bury small creators, or maybe they're just trying to take those small creators that have a passion for it and give them something to work for so that whenever they finally grasp it, that it's worth it for them. Let me know down below. Subscribe if you were new. And as always, like that sign says, I can't find my directions. I love you guys. My name is Steven Chronicles, and like that sign says, I will see you in the next one.